Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the end of the week. When this video is being recorded, it's going to be Friday when it is posted. But this move you see right here was indeed called out to everybody in the Discord. Everybody ate. This was over 100 pip move. Sniper with absolutely no drawdown, guys. You can see it right here. Beautiful trade right here that ended up running. I ended up updating everybody. Just keep it running. Some people took profits early. Some people took what they needed. But this trade ended up being beautiful, and I'm going to sit here and break it down. As always, if you guys are interested, email me or get at me at Instagram. Both are going to be in the description to find out what they are, or comment if you just simply can't find it. If you are interested, I'm willing to accept everybody all the way into the end of August. So reach out to me and let's get into the breakdown. Deuces. So first things first, before we get into the actual breakdown, right, I actually want to show you guys that this was actually for a funded challenge account for a 10K, right? Trade Locker had given out a free 10K account, and this is the first trade that I placed on it, making over 50% return, 500 off the 10K account, which is 5%, and you need 10%. So in one trade, we managed to bang out half of the challenge. So this is what that went towards. So that is the proof right there. But let's actually get into the actual breakdown. So this breakdown right here was a little tricky, right? The reason being is because we've been so bullish, right? We've been so bullish. Look at this daily time frame. We created higher highs, right? And we came down to retest a very prominent area of support and resistance right here. So we had to be careful, right? But what really gave this trade away for me was the 4 hour, right? And we're going to get to the 4 hour right now. But if you look at market structure, right, we were bullish, right? You even look at the 12 hour, we were rejecting moving averages right here. So we had to be very careful, right? We needed precise price action signal, and that is what I am here to show you guys, right? Is the patience and the price action signal that you need, right? Wait for what you need, right? So when you look at the 4 hour time frame, right, you get this area of support and resistance that can't be found in the daily time frame simply because it's big, right? It's a big level, right? But if you look at the 4 hour time frame, you have price coming from a range, right, and breaking out of that range. We had price range up here, and then it ended up melting, right? We ended up shorting, right? We ended up shorting that. That's what the last breakdown was. And now we've came up, right? And now what I'm looking for is, okay, listen, we can long here short term, right? Or we can wait for shorts up here. Reason being is because the H4 is giving us downtrend bias, right? We have lower lows being made, so I would like price to come back into this area and then, take the trade for a short. So if you see right here, you have to just look at price for what it is, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullish candles, right? And then one of the 4 hour candles closes with a wick to the upside. This just looks like a pullback, right? It looks like a pullback to a continuation to the downside, right? Not only that, but this is really what gave it away. And I love the moving averages, guys. This is what I teach in the Discord, in the academy, and it is literally a game changer because they just help build that confluence towards my trade, right? So when you look at the moving averages, we're also rejecting the 20 SMA, right? And then when you grab the Fibonacci, right, you have the most perfect clear-cut 0.618 retracement. So this alone right here, we had so many confluences compared to the daily time frame, right? We had none on the daily time frame other than market structure. There was no Fibonacci, there was no moving averages, right? There was no RSI, there was nothing, right? But this H4 had all the confluences in the world. So all we needed to do was break it down and have patience, right? What is going to happen? So when we go down to the lower time frames, right, we start to reject this area, but it's too soon to enter because there's not much of a break in structure, right? I personally would need something like this, break under and then drop, right? But something else happens, right? I've been incorporating and I've been teaching something completely different called just trying to find the imbalances in the market and also taking advantage of that and then using that as a confluence, right? So price is going to do one or two things, right? We're either going to start breaking to the downside and we'll take a position in there, or price is going to come up, take out all the buyers, right? And then once we break back under, we're most likely going to short, right? So that's kind of what I was waiting for. I was waiting for those two things right there, right? This entire zone right here is an area where price can come up, grab liquidity, and then come back down, right? On top of all the confluences we already have. Mind you, we already have the SMA 0.618 Fibonacci support and resistance and 4 hour market structure, right? So what ends up happening is that literally right during session, price blows up, and at this point I'm like, okay, so now we have our first, scenario, right? Our first scenario didn't happen, right, where we broke under, right? But now what we're waiting for is now, price is either just going to come down, retest, and then continue to go long. And in that case, I'm not really interested to go long. But if price starts to break under, I'm actually going to end up taking that trade right there. So price does exactly what we said, right? Price came up into this red zone, grabbed liquidity, and is now starting to break under support and resistance right here, right? And we could have entered as it starts breaking under right here, and we would have been safe. Our stops would have been safe, right? But if you wanted some extra security, you could have entered right here at the end of this break, and you can keep your stops above support and resistance, right? And then target the next area of support and resistance for a minimum of a 3.5, right? But you guys know that in a 4-hour timetable, right? And you're going to see what happens. Boom. This is literally the result of that trade. But you guys know that when you have a downtrend, right? When you have a downtrend, lower low, lower high, lower low, when you're selling on a lower low, you're probably going to get a lower high. So that's exactly what happened. You could have anticipated this move all the way down, right? So you could have generally held all the way down to wherever you wanted, because price literally never looked back, came up, retested a little bit, and then absolutely dropped, melted, whatever. And this trade was an absolute banger to end the week. Well, not even end the week, we still have tonight, right? It was an absolute banger. But I want to show you guys something. If you guys want to have a very aggressive entry, right, you have where price grabbed liquidity and broke back under, right? And this is something that even I work on. Look at what you have. This is the 1 minute time frame, right? So after we grab liquidity up here, price created a double top, came down, retested, and then started breaking under. So this was an entry I wanted, but we missed, and it would have been a very aggressive entry with a very small stop loss. But if we were to manage to even knock that, get that entry in, our first target is an 8-1, and our second target was a 17-1, right? Based off the exact setup that I had. It was crazy, guys. It was crazy. And this was a beautiful trade breaking down, called out in the Discord for everybody. Everybody in the Discord learns about everything that I talk about, because the Discord also comes with the academy, with the Forex course, with the one-on-one communication with me, and everything else. But that was a beautiful trade, right? And just to keep it simple and keep it clear, and for those of you who follow my trading account and look for the setups in London with me, basically what I have right now is I do have price pulling back up into this level before a session, and then dropping down to this level, and basically just following the trend, right? Again, we're just gonna take every confluence that we have, right? We have a lower low, lower high. We have an area of support and resistance right here that I'm going to actually change in orange for you guys to see. It also lines up with the 0.61A, and the moving averages is also up here. Although it looks like we're getting a little bearish momentum a little early, and if that's the case, then I'd rather just miss out on the move. But so yeah, this was a trade where we ended up knocking out half of a challenge account, 5% out of 10% for the free 10K. I don't know if you guys know about that. I don't know if it's still up. If it is, I'll do some research, and if you guys are interested, comment so I can make a video on that, how to get that trade locker account backed by Q Banks and others as well, right? So again, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys took the value from this. And remember, like, comment, subscribe, and turn your post notifications on so you guys get this video before London. You guys can catch the trade with us. Doses.